Hello, my name is Oladipo Ayoni, and I'm here today to talk about data cleaning. And before I go into that, please viewers, let's ask these questions. What is data cleaning? A data cleaning is a process of correcting or removing an errors and inconsistencies in the data in order to improve data qualities. However, the following processes are involved in data cleaning processes: handling missing value, removing duplicate, correcting an errors, standardizing of data, transforming of data, and validating of data. Meanwhile, the goal of data cleaning is to enhance its data quality and also to ensure its accuracy is complete and ready for further analysis. Before further ado, let's go into our digital notebook for this practice exercise. Thank you. Come back. Before we go in depth into this data cleaning processing analysis for this practice exercise, let us see the data we are going to use and where the data is coming from. However, data set is coming from kaggle.com dataset, and the title of the dataset is PS4 Game Sales 1 and 2.csv. And before we go further, let's see the snapshot of our dataset we are going to use for this data cleaning processing analysis. Let's go. This is a snapshot of the data we are using, PS4 game sales. And before we go continue, let's import our pandas, the required library, which is import panda as pfd. Let's interrupt the kernel and restart. Then we run our imported libraries, which is pandas R. Meanwhile, based on this particular practice exercise, there can be more than this required library. There can be NumPy, there can be Plotly, but we are doing this because of data cleaning on its own alone. That's why we are using import panel as PD. So let's run our data frame. Run our data frames. So let's see the top 5 rows of our data set by run on this again. This is the top 5 of our row of our data set for PS4 game sales 1 and 2.csv. The first column is game, the second column is year, the third column is general, and the fourth column is publisher. The fifth column is North America, and the sixth column is Europe. Japan is 7, rest of the world is 8, and global is 9. So let us see the shape of our data, that is the number of rows and number of columns of our data set. Let's click and run this. We have 1034 rows and 9 columns, which I have said this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 9 columns and 1034 rows. Let's check the data if it has a null values in the data set by clicking on this. You see, some have null value, and what among the column that has null value is year and publisher. So we are going to check the missing value as well too, which is the f dot is null bracket close dot any bracket close. By running on this, let's see. This is a boolean way. That is, we're supposed to have false. The false means 0, 0, but the true is the one that I mentioned on year, which is the year. You can see, and this year and publisher, they have a null value. So to clean that up, we have to drop the missing value if there's any in our data as well too, by saying or typing the f dot drop now in place is equal to true. That is to be permanent. When we put in place is equal to true, that means after dropping all missing value, we have a new data frame as well as permanent. But if we don't put this in place equal to true, that means it will be temporary. So let's run this and see. Let's run to confirm if we have dropped the missing value or yes or no. Let's see. You can see we have false. There's no true again. Like this here that we have true here, there's no true again, it's false. And like this publisher that we have to here is false. Publisher 2 is false, so we are okay on this. So let's confirm if the is any duplicate as well too by saying or typing our code df dot duplicate bracket close dot any and bracket close. Let's run this. It's false. We don't have any duplicate. Let's see the data set now that after we have done we have cleaned the data from the duplicate. Let's see the shape, the current shape of the data now. We have 825 rows and 9 columns. Since we have cleaned by checking for the missing value, removing the null value, and also removing duplicate, the data now comes to 825 rows and 9 columns. Let's print it in terms of Python and see. You can see number of rows 825 and number of columns 9. So let's go on the information of our data set. Information about the data set like the numbers of rows, column, data type, and each column of memory usage. We go to the df.info. And let's not forget, there's a way we can do this as well too. But I just put it to make it very fast, to make it elaborate to my friends and my colleague in the data systems. Like now, we can just delete this and just do this and press that. We have information that comes up for the beginners. At least you'll be able to see. If you are looking, maybe you've forgotten, it might miss the mini mistake. This is the info. We click on this, then we do bracket close, then we run our code, then we give us the details information of our data frame. We can see we have games here, general publisher. You can see the data type, you can see the null value, you can see the entries 825 from 1030 to 825. We have 9 columns. Also, let's see the columns header from our data set. Let's see there. Let's roll it again. Yeah, these are our data columns names. We have game, year, general, publisher, North America, Europe, Japan, rest of the world, global. Right now, our data is saved for further analysis. As you can see, we've cleaned all our data now. We have the data that are clean now. Let's see the let's see our data again. Let's just print the df and see. To get our data, let's put df.add and run it again. So now our data is clean. This is our head. Thank you.